Alrighty, hello everybody. This is a pretty short start for those of you on YouTube. I restarted the stream to hopefully try to boost my bitrate, which does not seem to be helping. So I hope that those of you who are those of you who were here before I restarted stream, I hope you guys just refresh your guys' streams and stuff like that, and hopefully the bitrate slowly gets better throughout time. But I can't keep fiddling with it at the moment. Sorry, just doing the last little touches around here. We are going to be playing a game we haven't played in a while, mainly because of the crashing, but we are here in surviving the aftermath today. All right. Got myself a little bit of a drink there. So let's go ahead and let's load Rebel Furlan. Let's see, what was our most recent time? So the last time we played was January 12th. So let's hop in here. Well, it was January 12th for me. By the time you guys see this, it's going to be way in the past. But yeah, we're going to be oh yeah, I need to download my VODs too. I just remembered that. All right. Well, we're going to have ourselves a nice cozy little stream today. I wanted to kind of make up for Sunday because I wasn't able to make it on Sunday because I was in the middle of doing some stuff with my vehicles and stuff like that. So we're going to just go ahead and kick on into here and let's see what we have to do. Because I want to work on some of the missions and not focus so much on growth. Like, I would like some growth, but I don't want it to be our biggest focuses. It's kind of a chill, chatty stream, stuff like that. So if you guys want to chit chat and stuff, I'm here vigilantly watching to see what you guys are up to. But yeah, got home from work today, felt like streaming, and yeah, looky here. Oh, okay, now I remember. Okay, so we have people coming in from all directions. We have 2 trade routes heading out. So let's go back down into Rebel Furland. And was this? Yes. Alright. So now we're moving time along. We do have some stuff building. Let's see. Let me get myself oriented real quick. Okay, so this is the edge of town. Trade colony has arrived. Hell yeah. Needed that concrete. I saw 2 purple somethings just a second ago. Alright, gates fixed. We have injured colonists, a bunch of them. I think we're also going to finally get over 160. I think we have enough to make up like 170 or so. Car is now ready. Alright. Splitting the atom. Alright. So, alright. Splitting the atom. So we're currently working on that one, I'm pretty sure. So now that we're moving all this stuff along, I do want to go in here. Let's go to our trade. So societies. He has sheet metal, antibiotics. He has computer chips. We could definitely use computer chips. And he has the most important thing, components. So let's talk to our buddies here at Rackham. Okay. What do you want from me, I'm wondering? Let's see. We have 46 automatic rifles. So let's quickly divvy up here real quick. Let's give them 6. Okay. Continue. Give you 6 guns for all your components. Confirm trade. Hell yeah. Now we'll go out here. We're going to go to Trinity. Electronics. Okay. Take 10 of those. We'll give you a couple more rifles. Give you $200 worth. Okay. And then we'll pay you the rest. Confirm trade. We're absolutely friendly with everybody, which is good. So then we'll leave our trades there. Game saved. Heck yeah. We just went up and... So we have a bunch of colonists about to arrive. So we have purple things out here. Oh, we actually have a battle going on over here. There's only 3 of them. Is there a guy in here? No, there's only 3 of them. So we've already taken out one. We're taking out a second one. So they're overpowered. There's 10 of them. It looks like they just started. Okay, so the last time we ended, we just started, and then there's a third one right there. Alright, so we're about to get people. We have 2 trade routes about to head out. And we have a couple groups of people getting ready to come in from all over the place. Okay, so we're going to go back down into Furlan. Goes to up here by the gate. and just chill for a little bit. Hell yeah, the bit rate has leveled out. It has gotten better for me. Heck yeah. It's good to see. Oh, thank you, DS. Thank you for the cheers break. You're absolutely amazing. Hope you're having a good day. Alright. So if you got them, drink them. If you got them, smoke them. Either way, cheers to you. Alright, thank you, DS. I was coughing there for a little bit. That's why I muted. But yeah, we're sitting here. Okay, construction on two-story house was completed. Hell yeah, I wonder where that house was. We had some houses over here building. We were building some more places over here. I think they're probably over here along this edge. Oh yeah. Sauna just finished too. Oh, and Addison died of old age? Damn it. 3 more constructions finished. Holy crap. Damn it. Oh, depleted. Oh, depleted resource was it? Okay, we had 2 die of old age. Game saving. 4 more constructions finished. Hell yeah, we are doing freaking amazing. "31 colonists injured. Holy crap. How is there so many people injured? That's like an eighth of the freaking colony has some kind of injury. Do we need to put in like a workers union, not a workers union, but a safety union or some shit? Are we in that point in our society that we need to have safety regulations on how you do your job? It's like, damn, guys. Oh shit. Looks like a few of those guys are getting pretty damn injured out there. I wasn't expecting him to do that much damage to him. Our specialist up here. Just like she's taking some pretty decent damage. He's taking a decent amount of damage. She hasn't taken as much damage. But like this guy that's scavenging, this guy that's scavenging, this guy that's scavenging, they're all pretty low on health. This guy, I think he's probably chilling in the car. We got it raining. We're gonna go up into the map and let's see where these guys are and like what progress they've made I know they should have been up here in this corner, I think. Wait a minute. Where are you guys going? You guys are just chilling? Oh, you were all heading back. Yeah, I think that's what you guys were doing. Yeah, guys, you guys all already got all this stuff over here. Yeah, they were our scavenging team. So we're gonna go down in here. We're gonna return to colony. So we have them coming in. They have a decent amount of resources. They got 3 of them left. So they should be able to finish their mission. Alright, so back down into Furlan. Damn it! Fuck! This is the whole reason why I stopped playing this last time. I thought I could at least get an hour in before it fucking crashed on me. Pop. Alright. So, I got the game rebooting. Don't need the cutscene. Now my bitrate's all over the fucking place again. Damn it. Damn, so much stuff, man. Just like right off the bat. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for sticking around. We're going to load. Hey, how's it going, Husky? Welcome in, buddy. So we're playing Surviving the Aftermath. It just crashed on me. We haven't played this game since January 12th. Was the last time we played this game. But and the reason why we stopped playing it was because the amount that it's been crashing. But I really enjoy the game. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking. I had a pretty decent day at work. It was a pretty light day. Got home early and stuff like that. Oh. So yeah, how was your day? How was your day at work? Pretty sore from doing all the moving around with the cars and stuff like that. Because there's a couple of them that don't run, so you gotta push them. Well, I pushed them some ways, and then doing the big portion of it, I did that. Awesome to hear. Yeah. Had a good day also. It was nice and sunny and 60 degrees. Hell yeah. It was 65 for us today. It was 65 degrees. It was perfect. It was so nice to be able to drive with the windows down. It's just like, it was great. It was kind of it was a little overcast, like it was patchy clouds and stuff like that, but overall it was pretty damn good. So, now that we're loaded in, I want to go back up here. I want to make sure these guys are coming. No, they're not. So, return to colony. But yeah, I finally got the trade all done with my Mustang and stuff like that. So they are returning to colony. Okay. And they have about 3 enemies left on their battle. Okay. Now we're back in here. Hell yeah. Our colony is growing quite well. That's why I hate to leave this game and stuff like that. We put so much time and effort into our little town. Sorry for the glitchiness. That's just the game overall. That and also this console's dying, so it's just like eventually, well, here soon we'll be moving over to the PS5. We'll start doing some more PC gaming and stuff like that. And yeah, and we'll have some new emotes and stuff like that. Quite expansive, I'd have to say. We're about to get some more people showing up. So we'll go back over here to our gate. We're going to chill here. And we're going to get moving. Okay. New trade deals available. We just got done with some trade deals. I'm pretty sure they're saved. And they're working in. But yeah. Got myself a 92 Fox Body Mustang. Traded it for my 1960 GMC pickup truck. I have enough pickups, to be honest. It's just like I have an F-250, I have an F-350. And then I had that one. And it was just like, yeah, I got enough trucks, so I'll trade the truck for a Mustang. I've been trying to get a hold of a Mustang for a long time. It's not the 5.0. I know it sucks, but it eventually will be a 5.0. I'm going to put a Coyote with a 10-speed automatic in it. Put some big old fatties on the rear. But yeah. Today's stream's kind of just like, yeah, chatting up and hanging out and stuff like that, because there's not a whole hell of a lot that we can do with this game without it crashing. Like, we're going to be focusing on trying to get some of our missions done and focusing on keeping the community happy. Because we got a lot of construction projects that are underway right now that that we don't have the resources for. So it's one of those things that we're going to have to do some trades and stuff like that and continue our missions. Because we're working to finish Project Tomorrow. And the one that we're currently working on is Splitting the Atom, Attack the Nuclear Power Plants. The bit rate's a little bouncy at the moment, so I apologize if stuff's like delayed and stuff like that. I guess it must be high traffic hours for the 5G and stuff like that, because I do live out in rural nowhere, You know, I'm like 30 minutes to an hour away from the like nearest big city. So it's just like I'm just glad I have 5G out where I'm at. I have pretty decent internet majority of the time, but for some reason today it's just a little wonky. So I hope everything's looking okay for you guys as you watch everybody walk around all slow and shit. So let's speed them up just a little bit. That way everybody's not walking all hella slow. There's still some people walking slow, but not everybody's walking slow. This is, you can see the ones that aren't working and the ones that are working. The ones that are working are the ones that are moving like fast pace. Everybody who's not really working. Oh shit, we have raiders. We have raiders at the gate. Game just saved, heck yeah. Alright.
Heavily armored truck screeches to
Mercenaries, or mercs. So, a heavily armored truck screeches to a halt by the gate. A group of well-armed people pour out, led by a large man with a machine gun. The leader kicks the gate menacingly. We're on a hunt and need supplies, he announces. I suggest you hand them over so no one has to get hurt. The mercenaries are clearly capable of doing a lot of damage to the colony, yet giving in to their demands doesn't sit right with the people. Tell them threats are not tolerated here. Have I looked into Starlink? Yes. Okay, so we have we get 2 injured colonists out of this and minus 30 happiness. This is not good. Because they fire at the gate as they take off. Damn it. Everybody's still pretty damn happy though. Might have lost 30 happiness, but he'll come back shortly. Have I looked into Starlink? I have looked into Starlink. But the plans that they have that would work for me, basically with what I got. So with Starlink, it's one of those things that I've had people that had, I've known people that had the satellite internet and stuff like that, and it's one of those things that, like, the plans, I didn't really like the plans, especially for streaming on and stuff like that. Usually with the internet that I have right now, I could have 5 different streams open. I could be uploading a video to YouTube and downloading one off of Twitch all at the same time. And usually not have any problems. And I can usually stream, have a couple streams open and stuff like that, but for whatever reason today my internet's just acting funky. Plus the Ethernet is pretty nice and stuff like that. Just good old router. Because like the phone, that's the phone and the tablet that's running off of the Wi-Fi right now, they're doing perfectly fine. It's just I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the bit rate's a little bit too low. I don't know if it's glitchy for you guys or how much of a delay there is and stuff like that. It's just like sometimes I feel like it's just like I feel like the feel like the stuff that like the stuff I say hit you guys in like 2-3 minutes. I just hope it's not that latent. But yeah, I just went on a little ramble. Friggin' about really nothing. Damn, you're saying I'm just like a little bullheaded kind of shit. Alright, so this one's finished. There's none selected for here, so we'll go into activity board. So let's see what these other ones have real quick. None. Pigs. Okay, so now we'll go in here. We'll have her raise chickens. And then we'll go to her, or him. We'll have him raise cattle. I think we have more than enough fiber. Let's do sheep. Because I think we have... Over here we have chickens, pigs, sheep, and cattle. So it looks like they're done battling.
We won the battle.
Victory! The second plant is overtaken in the nick of time. The tribunals have definitely gotten close to a point of doing something with the radioactive fuel rods. Head to the next plant.
Not going to happen. Yep.
Yes.
Alright. So now we gotta wait for her to get into the vehicle, which will be the next day cycle. Then we'll send them down to here. The final nuclear plant. I ended up working Sunday also. Not 12 hours though. I only did 8 hours. Oh dang. Making that monies. Hell yeah. L2. right. All right. There we go. And then that could be for the cattle. All right. Couple little things. Happiness is way up, but I want to. Let's do one more entertainment thing. I think we'll overbalance on this stuff, but. Arrows that way. Damn it. Right there. It's over water there. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I work Sunday because my boss told me he's taking Friday off because of the appointment, and he had at the hospital. He doesn't want me working alone. Okay, well that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Don't want you working alone, because if you're working alone and something happens to you, then not only is it on his shoulders, it's on your shoulders and all that other kind of stuff. And it's just like, whether there's repercussions for it or not, it's just like, yeah, you definitely don't want to be working alone. Just like you don't want to go 4x4 alone, you don't want to go hiking alone, you don't want to do really anything where you can just be stuck for a long time all by yourself, you know? Or no one to respond or help if something happens. So it's just like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Andy is now, no, Audrey is now an elder. Specialist ready for action. Okay. Alright, sweet. Not load. Save. Okay. So at least we know we'll be at this point if it crashes again. Hell yeah. So yeah, Husky, we haven't really. I think we touched on it a little bit. Like, so are you a car guy? You like your automobiles? Or are you more of a plane and train kind of guy? Yes, I do like automobiles. Yeah. Hell yeah. So I know that you said you got that you had a truck, and then didn't you say you also had a car? Like you had a truck that your boss lets you use, and then so. I think I might still have that story all fucked up, to be honest. But yeah, so what all do you got? You got any project cars? Actually, I'm going to a vehicle auction this weekend, Friday and maybe Saturday. Oh, nice! Hell yeah! You got anything in mind that you're looking for, or are you just looking for like something new to drive, or are you replacing something? Or are you grabbing yourself a project? Because, like, I had a really, really good opportunity. Actually, yeah. No, I had a really, really good opportunity where I I could get, like, right now, if I didn't just get this Mustang, it's just like I have the opportunity to get a 2001 Ford F-150 Lightning, like the same, not like the exact same one, but the same truck that they had that Paul Walker drove in the first Fast and Furious, the red parts truck. That was a Ford F-150 Lightning. And it's just like I have the opportunity to buy one right now for $4,000, but I don't have the $4,000 to buy it. And it's going up for auction tomorrow. Because if you remember, I work at an auto auction. Construction on small field is finished. Hell yeah. Colonist has an idea. This is the first time I've seen this one, I think. Alright, let's get our little cursor over here.
One colonist
All
has
right.
found what looks like an old lawnmower engine.
Combustion engine. One colonist has found what looks like an old lawnmower engine. Having spent a lot of his life scavenging and tinkering in old world junkyards before settling here, he's ecstatic about the idea of trying to restore the engine. He needs some metal, parts, and fuel. Yeah, let him try it. Hell yeah, the man is given what he needs. He hauls the engine to the tool shop and he starts his work. Eventually, the engine springs to life. The man is over the moon and hurries to scribble down notes in his experiment. He forgets to make sure the engine stays cool, and moments later, it combusts violently. The man barely has time to run out of the way, and the tool shop definitely suffers damage. Damn it. But we got more metal, more parts back, and we learned something. Hell yeah. Like that. Grand Tool Shop. Oh. Trade to colony has arrived. Hell yeah. Construction completed. Let's do potatoes. Well, yeah, let's do some potatoes. Game saved. Hell yeah. Resources are on their way. Now just awaiting the builder. Alright, construction has started. My personal vehicle is a 2005 Chevy Silverado single cab. Is it a long bed or a short bed? Also, is it a V6 or a V8? I could go deeper. If you want to just tell me about your truck, I wouldn't mind. And like, yeah, so you got anything special in mind that you're kind of looking for, that you're kind of hoping is going to be there at the auction? Like I said, this is kind of just a chatty stream, you know? Just really got on here to hang out with you guys. Ah, they all ride home. Hell yeah. Now they can start healing up. Yeah. Hell yeah, because I got a few rigs myself. I got quite a few cars. I'd say at this point that over half of them run. Well, half of them run. Half of them run, half of them don't. Max died of old age. Well, sorry, my condolences to you, Max, and to the rest of the community that's going to miss him. Oh, hey, DS. Thank you for the cheers break. So if you got them, drink them. If you got them, smoke them. Either way, cheers to you guys. Thank you for your support, and thank you, DS. Excuse me. God damn it. Another crash. So we're going to go on a BRB screen. So I don't know where it saved last. Alright, now we'll come back to the game screen. I want a second vehicle, but I think it's going to be an SUV. Preferable a Dodge Grand Caravan, but the 1999 to the 2005 range. Why that range? Just curious, because I used to have one of those. Well, I didn't used to have it. My mom used to have it, and I had to work on that thing all the freaking time. It had some major electrical problems. It had gremlins in it, and the car alarm would randomly go off, and the headlights would turn on and off on their own, and different shit like that, just randomly. Just it could be sitting for like 2 days, and the headlights would just randomly go on and stay on for a little bit, and then they turn themselves off, and different stuff like that. And SUVs are really nice. I would recommend like maybe a Toyota 4Runner or Ford Explorer, different ones like that. Like if you want to stick in the late 90s, early 2000s, I would say stay away from the Ford Explorers. But the Rangers are really nice. Those are tiny little pickup trucks. Well, you know what a Ranger is. I'm sure. And stuff like that. But yeah, why the Caravan? Because like the newer Caravans, like the 2015, 2016 to like 2020 are really really good vans. I've driven quite a few of those, and they have some really decent power to them too. But the Grand Caravan definitely does have a lot of room in it. I can say that much. Mainly because I like the looks on them. Oh, okay. I like the older body style. All right. No, that's understandable. They do look pretty decent, to be honest. They do. Like I ain't gonna lie, they do have a pretty good look to them. But have you so like are you a Dodge guy or a Chevy guy, Ford guy, Toyota guy, Honda guy? Like what you prefer? Like what's the brand that you like the most? Gosh, it's taking forever to load. All right. Okay, so it did save that. Okay, so this is where it let off. So they haven't reached their destination. I also like the Toyota Sienna, and I'm a Chevy guy. Okay. So I'm a Ford guy. I won't lie. I'm a Ford guy. Um, and I also love Toyota. So for domestic, like North America, domestic car, I my brand is Ford. For the European continent, I would say it would be BMW, and then for Japanese Asian motors, I would say it would have to be Toyota. So yeah, and I really like the way the Siennas look, to be honest, and they have a lot of freaking room, dude. Like they have like hidden little cubbies and all that other kind of crap. It's just like it's surprising how much space they carve out of that man. And it's just like, and they're really safe and really reliable too, from what I understand. I've driven a couple of them, but given the ones that I drove weren't in the best condition, like they were heavily abused. Like they like had one leg in the grave and one leg out the grave because of their previous owners. Right. Damn it, that's not the button I needed. This is the one. Let's put down some water. I want to be able to grow the population pretty large. Oh, hello Diaz. It's nice to meet you. Hope you don't mind me asking what year is your Ford Edge. The Edge is a 2014. It's a V6 automatic. It's the front wheel drive, not the all wheel drive. I wish I would have got the all wheel drive. Oh, I can understand that. Farface, what do you think of the Chevy Suburban? I was actually looking to buy my girlfriend a Chevy Tahoe. It's just like the Suburban. I like it. It's really spacious. It's roomy. It's technically a 3/4 ton pickup with a permanent camper shell on it. It's got a good platform, and if you get the newer ones, they have LS platform. The Vortec ones, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Vortec engines, but they were decent. I also don't like how they did on some LS V8s, how they did the Eco Drive shit where it turned off 4 cylinders and stuff like that, because that caused a lot of problems. I knew from the time they introduced it that it was going to cause nothing but problems for those poor engines, and those are good engines. But yeah, I was looking at a 2014 Chevy Tahoe. And the Suburbans, they're really nice. I like the space you get with them. And the towing capacity. Also the extra space for the third row. Like, because you can get a third row seating in a Tahoe, but it's kind of cramped. Where in the Suburban, it's not near as cramped. You got like another inch or 2 of room, which makes a difference, especially when you're over 6 foot tall. And it's just like the Suburbans, they're nice, and they're sturdy. They are sturdy vehicles. The 2020s plus, it's just like I don't really trust anything from 2020 and to 2025 yet. Like, there's a lot of really cool cars, but they haven't been proven yet. And it's just like, yeah, they're really cool, but I'm not going to race out and buy myself one because I don't know what problems that car is going to eventually give me in 5 years. I'd rather wait till it's 5 years old and go buy me a used one that's about 100,000 miles to 150,000 miles. Because usually around 100,000 to 150,000 miles, a lot of the stuff that needs to be done to the car has already been done to the car. Like, say, usually by that time, you've already had a new water pump put on it, new alternator, new spark plugs, new ignition coils, probably had the radiator flushed, probably have a new transmission filter on it, and a lot of the major wear items have already been replaced. So it's just like, if you do a little bit of research into the life expectancy of the vehicle itself overall as a vehicle, which it's easy. All you gotta really do is look up Kelley Blue Book or Carfax and stuff like that, or just Google the car or truck or SUV yourself and just be life expectancy of a Chevy Suburban 2001. And it's just to be honest, I like the way the Suburban is really always looked up until the newest model years. The newest model years, I don't like that grille they're doing. with the like squinty headlights and the really weird like inverted like triangle like turn signal lights and stuff like that. It's it's weird. But yeah, no, overall on the Suburban, I think the Suburban's a pretty nice truck. Pretty nice. I basically call it a truck. You know, I wouldn't personally lift one of those things above like 4 inches above stock. Like 4 inches above stock is more than enough because those things are already so top heavy. It's just like 4 inches, I say, would be like your max lift that you would want to do to that thing, to a Suburban at least. Unless you got some really good springs and shocks under that thing. Because the body roll would be crazy with something that big. Because I know my Land Cruiser, it's lifted about 4 inches above stock. About 3 or 4 inches above stock. And that thing has a body roll to it, but it also has, the way the suspension is set up is it has this like body lean where it kind of live where like if you turned and goosed it real good, it would lift up that driver's tire. Like if you turn driver and you just turned real sharp and ripped into it, it's just like, yeah, it's got kind of like a Desert Raider kind of like light rock crawler kind of suspension under it. I bought it with the suspension kit already under it, to be honest. But whoever bought it knew what they were doing. It's actually an Australian lift kit. Sorry, I'm just going on a random rambles. Where the fuck did I put my controller just now? I set my controller down somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. Oh, we're paused. Okay. We weren't even moving. We weren't gaining anything. We've lost. Oh, some of them. Oh, God, okay. It's alright, Farface. I like hearing your stories. Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Husky. But yeah, because like, gosh. But yeah, no, the Land Cruiser, that's my, that was my newest purchase. My newest trade was the Mustang. The Mustang is a 1992 Mustang LX. I think it's the last year of the Fox body. And it has a 4-cylinder in it with 8 spark plugs, which is really weird. But I'm going to drive it until the little 4-cylinder gives out, or I might just boost it and see how long it lasts, and then I'm going to switch it out. I'm going to switch the motor and trans out with a Coyote 5.0 and a 10-speed automatic, and then I want to put Ford 9-inch rear end, and I'm not sure what gears I want to put on it, but I know I want to put big old fat tires on the rear. I don't care if it takes down my, like, I want to be fast in a straight line, you know? And I have started on my journey, as some people would say, which basically means, you know, fucking, once you get one Mustang, you're going to end up with more, you know, because that one's going to get lonely. He's going to need a friend, and then that one's going to need a friend, you know. And it's just like, that's kind of how my car collection already is, but it's just like, it started when I was really young. I bought my first car, well, yeah, I bought my first car when I was 7. I actually bought it from an old guy. He had it in a field, and I saved it. It was a 1936 Chevy 2-ton hay truck. I was 7 years old. Because I was a little saver, man. Like, I kept all my money. I'd buy myself like 3 Hot Wheels a week, and buy myself McDonald's like twice a week, and then everything else I made, and I was like mowing lawns and other shit like that, and doing little chores and stuff like that. And it was just like, yeah, I paid the old guy like $680 for it, and then I gave my dad $20 to tow it home for me. Now, to be honest, I'm kind of like a born and raised workaholic in a sense, and it's just like, but when I don't have to work, it's just like I am lazy as fuck sometimes. Yeah, I was 7. It was, like I said, it was a 1936. No, 1965 2-ton Chevy hay truck. It was a giant, massive hay truck. The engine was all fucked in it, but the grill was really nice. There was only one messed up runner and stuff like that. I bought it for $680. Paid my dad $20 to tow it home for me, and then I kept it. I bought my first Lego set when I was 7. Oh God, no. I've always been infatuated with cars. Hey Shonsky, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. How you doing? Little surprise stream. We're doing some surviving the aftermath. It's kind of glitchy, so we're kind of just taking things slow and just kind of talking and stuff like that today. We're doing cattle. Alright. Alright, so we have a fish farm and stuff over here that's being built. But yeah, no, when I was a kid, so I loved Hot Wheels. I've always loved cars. I wanted to be a car designer, but I'm not smart enough for that. And it's just like my car collection. I had a steamer trunk, an old like 60s steamer trunk in my bedroom. And this thing was 4 foot long by 2 foot deep by 2.5 foot tall in a steamer trunk. And that thing was filled to the brim with Hot Wheels. I had well over 4,000 Hot Wheels opened, and then I had about 1,000 that were still closed. And I stopped really collecting Hot Wheels. I haven't stopped buying them, but I've stopped collecting them when I was like 16, 17. And that was when, so I think in my collection at that time I had 1,800 unopened, and I think overall with the non-broken ones, I had like probably like almost 8,000, 9,000 Hot Wheels that were opened. Nice. I bought my very first vehicle when I was 19. It was a 2009 Pontiac G5. All right. It was a the four-door version with the spoiler on the trunk. Okay. All right. I can't lie. Pontiac was pretty all right. I gotta kind of give it to Pontiac because my mom had a 98 Pontiac Grand Am, and she got hit by a potato truck. So that's a that's basically a 4-ton dump truck, and the all they had to straighten out the frame. Yeah, I'll definitely read that here. But they had to straighten out the frame, but the engine was good, the transmission was good. They had to replace a few little parts here and there, but it had the original engine, original transmission, all the way up to 186,000 miles, and it was just like, damn. And my sister had a, I think it was a 2000, I think it was a 2000, I think it was a 2008. No, actually, I think it's the same year as yours, a 2009, but it's the Pontiac Grand Am, not the Grand Am, not the G5. But I still see some of those G5s running around. It's surprising how long they've lasted. So it was only okay. It only had 96,000 miles on it when I bought it, and unfortunately, I got rear-ended with it back in February 2019, and it was totaled. Damn. And it had 203,000 miles on it when it got into the accident. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. You put a lot of miles on that, dude. That reminds me of my Ford Explorer. Alright, we got our water collection built, and they're building our fishing area right now. Hell yeah. Colonists are gathering. Okay, oh. Alright, let's see what this is. A feast. A small group of colonists have come up with the idea times are tough for everyone, and they like to organize a harvest feast to cheer up the people. There are more than enough. There's more than enough doom and gloom in the world. It would require digging into the stockpiles. Yes. Large feast. People are excited and rush to make arrangements. Makeshift tables fill up with food, townsfolk. It's not exactly a feast worthy of kings and queens, but it lifts the people's spirits more than anticipated. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Everybody's all nice and happy. And we got to save after that. We're going to go out here. We're going to tell our people what to do real quick.
What's up?
Yes. Showtime.
Yep. Showtime. All right. Engaging hostile. All right.
What? What are you telling me?
Yes? Okay.
You can't join them? Well, that's some horse shit.
Yes? Showtime.
Well, hopefully they can handle it. We'll have to come back, see if they're able to handle it. Yay, we didn't crash. Alright, our greenhouse is built. And our fish farm's almost finished. Alright. I think it would be so cool to have such a small city that you can have a city-wide feast. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, you know, like 1,500 people, you know, a 1,500 people just massive feast for like everybody in town. It's just like everybody brings a little bit of food. It's just like from their harvest, you know, and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, to be honest, the feast would have been pretty fucking bomb on this in this little town, because you know you got corns, potatoes, cabbage, you got carrots, you have fish, you have beef, you have pork, you have lamb, you have chicken, eggs, bread from the wheat and stuff like that. And it's just like fuck, dude, it's pretty fucking bomb, you know. Ooh, looky here, this needs cleaned. Get stuff cleaned up. Anything else contaminated? Let's take a quick look. Oh, this is starting to show some contamination. Alrighty. Things are kind of looking pretty clean over here. So far. So far. Oh. 71% contaminated. Decontaminate. Looks like this medical center is also contaminated. Yep. Stuff's looking pretty good. So let's go back up here to the gate, and then we're going to do some trades. But yeah, freaking A. Okay. down over to our societies. Oliver died of old age. Ooh. Junktown, you got a lot to offer today. Come here, old buddy, old pal, old friend. I want to see what you got. Show me what you got. Alright. Superior tools, yes sir. Parts, yes sir. Electronics, yes sir. Okie dokie. Let's see what we have to offer you. $12 rifles. Oh. Alrighty, that was a phone call for dinner. We're going to give them enough. How much fish do we give them? 281 fish. Alright. Continue. Confirm that trade. Alright, now let's see who else we have to trade with. Ooh, look at all the stuff you got, Trinity. That's a lot of fish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rare metals. Thank you, sir. I will take all of those. I will also take those 30 clothing. The electronics. We're about to hit winter, so give me the antibiotics. Medicine as well. Let's just go upwards. That's gonna be faster. Okay, so let's give them about 500 fish. $500 fish even. Yes, sir. And we'll pay for some of that medical stuff. So confirm that trade. Carlton, what you got? Clothing. Radcam still sending stuff to us. Nobody has any concrete. I could definitely use concrete. I think we will stop right there with that. Got a game save right after that. Hell yeah. Glad to see that. 368 people. We had Oliver die of old age. Specialist in danger, near death. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's go out to them. You got 5 left.
How may I help?
Retreat. Yes, confirm.
How may I help you? Attacking.
All right. So that should turn the tide of the battle. All right. So how's things been going for you, Shonsky? How's school? Or wait, are you out on spring break, or spring break's about to happen, right? Joel, I'm all good now. Symptoms are all gone. Large battery rack just finished. Hell yeah. We're starting to get some storage up on this stuff. There's another battery rack being built right now. Another large one. Oh, that's triple speed. Double speed. So yeah, how's everybody doing? But yeah, so yeah, Husky, what would be your dream car? I'm curious. Dream car / truck. SUV or whatever. Personally, I'm a sucker for a hatchback or a station wagon. I also love my trucks. Large battery rack completed. Hell yeah. Victoria died of old age. We're losing people. Damn it. Okay. So it looks like we're missing some power stuff. Oh. Large transformer. Don't want it to be on the road. Damn it. There we go. Oh, no. Another one. That's 3 times in an hour and a half. Son of a bitch. Oh. Sit my happy ass down. Oh, standing there for a minute. Farface, I'm back. Sorry I disappeared, buddy. Family member called. Oh, no problem, bud. It's understandable. No, I was just saying. So I was going to ask you. So, what is your dream car? Car, SUV, truck, whatever. What would be your dream car? Like the thing that you would want to drive every single day if you could. If you money wasn't necessarily an issue. Yeah, your dream car. And it's just like think you would have to drive it every single day to work and all that other kind of stuff. To be honest, I wouldn't want it to be fancy. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, because like most people think, oh yeah, it's my dream car, but like if it was the only car you had, would that really be your dream car? Like, would you suffer with some of the drawbacks? Like, if you picked a Lamborghini, like, could you deal with how small the trunk space is? Could you deal with, how comfortable you feel sitting in the car for long periods of time? Different stuff like that. But yeah, so what would your dream car be? Because you would love the speed and power, for sure. Let's see. $7.44. Okay, so we might not have lost too much time. Happiness is the key to a thriving society. Hell yeah, it is. I'm surprised I'm not poaching people at this point. Poaching people from the other colonies around me. They're like, oh, I'd rather live in Furland. Basic survival requires food, water, and shelter. Post-apocalyptic world is harsh. People will die. Don't let that demoralize you. That's a tough question, Farface. Okay, alright. How about you give me your top 3? How about that? Does that make it any easier? Top 3. That way you don't have to pick a specific one, but you should be able to at least narrow it down to 3. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So that's all we're going to do for the building portion of this. Specialists are ready for action. Looks like they're still battling, to be honest. Yep. 5. Okay, sweet, it didn't crash. "14 injured people. Farface, could you repeat that question again?" Okay, how about instead of your dream car, give me your top 3 favorite cars, so you don't have to pick one singular car to be your dream car. Give me 3. Hopefully that way you don't have to pick one, but it still narrows it down a little bit, because to be honest, I have so many dream cars that it's not even funny. But there are a few that I would just be like, yeah, I would almost give my right arm for that, kind of shit. Okay, give me a quick BRB while you write up that question. All right, I'll read that when I get back. I just gotta run and do something real quick. Hey, I'm back. You still there, Husky? I just want to know before I start reading out your message. I am back, I am back. Yes, sir. Alright. Oh, alright. 3 is a 2004 Lincoln Town Car. Hell yeah, good pick. 2, a 2009 Grand Marquise. Alright. Ah ha ha ha. And number 1. So number 3 was a 2004 Lincoln Town Car. Number 2, 2009 Grand Marquise. And number 1 is a 1996 Caprice. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. I love the 96 Caprice. That's actually one of my dream cars. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. And basically you got two grandma cars that are built on the same platform as the Crown Vic. Same engine, same transmission, they're just a little bit heavier. Same drivetrain just about too. All you gotta do is change the gearing. And tune them a little bit different. But other than that, they're the same car. The Lincoln Town Car though, luxurious as fuck and floats like you're on a cloud. But the 96 Caprice, it's one of my dream cars, and it's because I saw a group of teenagers when I was like 9 or 10. I might have been a little bit older. But I saw these 3 high school kids while I was out at recess in like elementary school and no, middle school. And I was out at recess at middle school and I saw these 3 teenagers light up the tires on this 96 Caprice and just fry them as they drifted around the corner and all the way to the stop sign, came to a smoky stop, and then slowly pulled around the corner. But they did a massive burnout in front of all of us kids there at the school. That was freaking awesome. Oh no, a magnetic storm. This ain't good for us. Alright. It's going to take out some of our electrical grid that we're just barely getting working. So we're going to go all the way up here. I'm going to save the game. Confirm. Game saved. Hell yeah. We're going to go up here.
We won the battle.
Has been defeated. Okay. Victory, victory. The final nuclear plant has been secured. A folder filled with plans is found on the scene. And even if the instructions are nearly nearly unintelligible, it takes no genius to understand that their ultimate goal is to create a dirty bomb of grand proportions by blowing up the plants. This would cause chaos and instability to everyone living nearby. With their plans dwarfed, the colony should be safe for now.
Quest complete.
All right.
How may I help you?
Okay. Farface, is there any difference between the Pontiac G5 four-door and the Chevy Cobalt? That is a good question. Hold on one second. I'm going to take a couple bites of my dinner real quick. Okay, so as for your... Sorry, it was shepherd pie. I had to finish my shepherd's pie. You like shepherd's pie? But yeah. So as for your question about the difference between the four-door Pontiac G5 and the Chevy Cobalt, besides interiors, body panels, of course, and stuff like that, they did share a couple of the same engine and transmission packages, but they did offer their own packages as well. But I think they're inline four. They're inline four and their six were the same, and I think they also shared similar transmissions. But I know you could get the Cobalt in a manual, where I don't think you could get the G5 in a manual. But yeah, the interiors were quite different, and then the front and rear bumpers were pretty different. And they did have a couple of similar but also different body lines. It's just like they shifted the mold just a little bit, kind of stuff. But they were quite similar, but they had some pretty key differences from each other. Also, the G5 also ended up turning into the G6 and also the G8. And the G8 actually had a V8 in it. And I think the G6 had the six cylinder in it. G6 had a six cylinder. I think the reason why they called it the G5, because I'm now getting a little foggy. I'm starting to confuse myself here for a second, but I think I think they did the same thing that like they did with the Ford Focus, where you had the ZX3, the ZX4, the ZX5, and stuff like that. Where you had your where you had your where you went from your two-door hatchback for the ZX3, ZX4, which was the four-door sedan. Then you had the ZX5, which was the four-door hatchback. But then you also had the RX, the RS Cobalt as well, which had a pretty fatty old engine in it. And there was also another one that they had that was a special one too in the Cobalt. So here's a question for you. What cars do you shy away from, Husky? Like, what cars do you usually like? Nah, I don't really want any part in that. Because I have a few. A lot of them are European, though. Alright. How are things going? Wait a second. I already have a large transformer. Cancel construction. Ooh, gosh. Look at all this stuff that needs to be cleaned. It's all contaminated. Decontaminate. Decontaminate. Decontaminate that too. Oh, that's a transformer. Oops. Is there anything else contaminated? Yeah, over here. Decontaminate that. Decontaminate that one. This medical facility, probably because of all the infected people. Let me out of the menu. There we go. Decontaminate this place too. To be honest, I don't really care about newer vehicles nowadays. The Hyundai Kona. Oh, yeah. Fucking ugly. Oh, God, dude, no. No, I wouldn't. You could give me a Kona, I'm just going to sell it as soon as you walk away. I'm going to try to get as much money as I can out of it, because I ain't keeping that shit. Uh, I would have to say a Cybertruck too. I'm not a big fan of the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is quite ugly to me. And to be honest, there are quite a few Hyundais that I would say, yeah, I'm not a big fan of either. Like Mazda seems to be doing pretty alright right now. Like they got a pretty decent little look to them. Like I could stand something like that, but oh no, we're gonna have to go through and redo all the cleaning. Ah, why? All right. So it went from crashing every hour to crashing every hour, half hour on the half hour. Yeah. Um. But yeah. Um. I would have to say out of the new cars, like if I had to pick a couple of new cars, I'll give you three of them. The Hyundai Santa Cruz is supposed to be a truck. Yeah. That is also a no for me. Yeah, no. I also don't like Ford's version of it, which is the Maverick, the Ford Maverick. I do not like that little truck thing. It's just as ugly as the Hyundai Santa Cruz. They were supposed to give us a proper ute. I wanted an Australian style ute. Something that looked like an El Camino or a Ranchero or something like that, or a Subaru Brat, that kind of ute. I wasn't wanting something like that. I just don't know why. I think it's because the U.S. and Canada has something about the bed having to be separated or something like that. But then you also have the Honda Ridgeline, so it's just like that kind of kicks that theory out of the window. But out of I'd have to say three new ones that I would be happy with would be the new I think it's 2023 Acura Integra, the Corolla G86 hatchback, and um and then let's see what would be my third. I I'd say the I would have to say the Ford F-150 single cab short bed all wheel 4-wheel drive. The ones that have the 5.0s in them with the 10 speeds. Hell yeah, I would love one of those. A 2018 to 2020 I think would be the best with the supercharger like the F-150 Super Snake. Oh, those Cybertrucks you mentioned earlier. I seen one last week. Also a no for me. The new Ford Lightning is a no. Yeah, no. Nothing battery related where you have to charge the battery again. Yes, exactly. I do not want to have to plug it in. I do not want to have to plug that in. I don't want to have to plug my car into my house. That's a no for me as well. I don't like plug-in hybrids. I'm old school like that where I just want my normal combustion engines and my diesels and stuff like that. It's just like fine, you want to put restrictions on it, but don't get to the point that you're damaging the car by putting emissions on it. It's just like like it's just like yeah, they're definitely, and to be honest, I've been seeing a lot of Cybertrucks here recently because they recently just opened up a Tesla dealership near me. Uh, it's in one of the big towns nearby. There's a actual Tesla dealership now, and so I've been seeing Cybertrucks a little bit more often than you'd think you would. Okay, now slow everything back down, and let's re-clean everything. Decontaminate. 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 Decontaminate that one as well. Get that one decontaminated. Plus, also with electric vehicles, you take away a good portion of the fun of a vehicle in general when you take the sound away from it. And just adding it through a speaker is not the same. I don't care what you say. You can't just add engine sounds through a speaker or a set of speakers and then be like, oh yeah, no, it's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. It's just rumbling noise. Yeah, so? But yeah. Sorry, I went on a tangent there. No, not what I wanted to do, but okay. Fine then. Okay. Now the game's saved. We'll go down here. Oh, fuck. I didn't put it back on the game screen. I'm sorry, guys. Shit. So we went through and we redid all of our cleaning. As you see, everything's all set back up. We also have to cancel this build. Okay, so we're going to go into here. We're going to go into our trades. And let's see if anybody has anything new. Concrete parts. Hell yeah. Welcome to the trading table. Give me all your concrete. Lots of clicks. Okay. We'll take all this metal from you just because you want us to have it. And give me all them parts. I could really use them parts. And we'll give you some fishies. Give you 200 and... let's give you 280. 280 fish. And then we'll pay the rest to you. Confirm trade. And we're all good. Alright. Heck yeah. But yeah, a lot of the newer styles of cars, it's just like, they don't all catch my eye. There's a couple of them that look really cool, but like I said earlier, it's one of those things that's not like I'm rushing out there to go try to buy myself one or something like that, you know, but it's just like, there's a couple that catch my eye, but nothing that is like, oh fuck, that's so fucking awesome, you know, like there are a couple that I'm like, man, that looks really freaking cool. But, you know, I rather have like a 2018 F-150, you know, or or like a 2012 Mustang GT350 or something like that. You know, it's just like, yeah. Or like a 96 Caprice and stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, no, it's just like, there are definitely some other cars like, I wouldn't mind a, I think it's a 2008 or a 2010 Dodge Magnum wagon. I think those things are freaking sick. I'd get one of those and swap it out with a Hellcat. Make sure you buy the all-wheel drive version of it. Hook it up to a Hellcat engine or a Demon engine. That thing would fucking fly and it'd be so fucking cool. They took a voluntary cheers break. What? You gotta be... Oh, God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm gonna restart the Sony. So it's gonna take a little bit longer than the last couple times, but I don't mind sitting here chit-chatting with you and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, my question's like, so I can't remember if I've asked you already, but is like, for one, are you 420 friendly? And for two, is it legal up there? I've swore I've asked you before, because last I heard that it was. Oh. Alright. Got the Sony booted back up. Surviving the aftermath. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so judging since judging by the fact that that's a question tells me that you like, okay, so 420 is a stoner holiday. Yes, a Dodge Magnum, and I don't see many of them out on the road. I know they didn't make them for very many years. I think they only made them for like 2 or 3 years. But one of our local cops had one as a police car, and that thing sounded amazing. It had a Magnum V8 in it, and it was all-wheel drive. That thing was freaking awesome, and the way the hatch opens, freaking cool. But so 420, is kind of like a stoner time, kind of stoner holiday. So like, people that uses the marijuanas, and stuff like that. So like, it's all good. I have no problem, yay or nay, you know, and stuff like that. It's just like, you don't have to be stoned to be fun. And yeah, fucking. Also, one of the things I'm pretty sure was a thing with a a thing with them with the Dodge Magnums. I see. To be honest, I never tried that stuff. Oh, okay. You a pretty clean cut guy? Like, do you even drink? Just curious. Like, it doesn't bother me either way. I'm just curious. But yeah, no, I understand. It's not for everybody. I personally enjoy it. Uh, and yes, the whole country is legal up here. Uh, to smoke that, and no, I don't drink. Okay. Up here to smoke that, and no, I do not drink. Okay. Yeah, so you're pretty clean cut dude. You're just hard worker. keeps your nose to the grindstone and just has some fun, huh? That's awesome. This is Magnetic Storm again? Oh, it's still here. Okay. But no, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah. No, that's awesome that it's legal up there and stuff like that all over the place. It's just like it's legal in a lot of places here. It's just not legal absolutely everywhere. You know, I wish they would finally just bite the bullet and do it. It's just like there's so much money to be made in it that the a lot of the populace would just pour into it. The state next to mine legalized weed, and within 3 or 4 years, it's just like they've made like a couple $1 billion off of the surrounding states. It's just like from other states. It's crazy. Like, yeah. Oh. God, my hands are all beat up after this weekend, man. Shit. Alrighty. But yeah, to each their own, man. That's what I love about about having freedom of speeches and other stuff like that. You know, just being able to chat, be our own individual people, and not have to worry about it. But yeah, never voluntary. But yeah, so how old are you again, Husky? I remember you told me, but I can't remember right off the top of my head. I thought you said you were in like your mid-20s. Ah. Okay, let's go up here.
Huh?
Okay, so she's going to go over there when she gets the chance to. Get everything moving. 2 days. 2 days till the electrical storm. It's like shit. But yeah, I'm glad that you don't mind hanging out and stuff like that, and you know, everybody can chill, have some fun and stuff like that. But yeah, fucking. But yeah, the city's growing pretty nice. Our little town, Rebel Furland. So I need good salvage speed. They're all at 150. Okay, so we're going to send them on some dangerous scavenging missions. So we cleared everything this way. So we have these two places. Then they could loop around this way. There's a place here. And a place over here. Or we could send them over this direction. We got one there, one there, one there. So that's 3, 4. And if we land them right about here, each one of them, one gets a 4 and a 3 and a 2. Okay. Okay, so that's where they're going to drive their car to. Two people. 2 people. 2 people. Alright. Okay, down we go. Hopefully we don't crash. Hell yeah. Alright. So what did everybody have for dinner tonight? I had shepherd's pie. What'd you guys have? Now, while this garage is open, I want you guys to repair our Hummer. We're just gonna have him be our mechanic, because he's the smartest one of the bunch. He's gonna be our main mechanic. And we're almost out of carriers. No one's having babies. At least we have the materials for it. Now we have no carriers. Fuck. Yeah, got so many medical centers right here in one batch. Got 3 of them in a little triangle here. So many travel trailers. We need carriers, damn it. We need teenagers and young adults. They're the backs of our societies, literally. Oh. Okay. Activate panel. I want to demolish this. There's no occupants. Let's demolish it. But we don't have any carriers, so. Storage is looking pretty damn good. Okay. Game save drives, we did that, hell yeah. Then I also want to make a couple little road connections. Because these guys need to be able to move efficiently. I don't know why I didn't build this into it before. There we go. I'm just a simple man, far-faced. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't even drink coffee. Whoa. Holy. And how old are you again? The coffee was what surprised me. Everything else that's not that surprising. Like that's good on you. I'm proud of you. Like that's awesome. Hell yeah. But the coffee is just like whoa. Like do you do energy drinks or anything like tea or like anything with caffeine? Cuz like that's kind of surprising, especially in today's day and age. It's just like not having some kind of like energy drink or. You asked how old am I? I am 28. Yes, 28. Okay, so you're not that much younger than me, but the caffeine, the coffee at least, that surprises me. Personally, myself, because I have autism. Um, I don't know if it's the autism or the ADHD, but when I drink too much caffeine, it puts me to sleep. But yeah, it's just like so. Sometimes I'll drink a cup of coffee to go to bed, but it's just like yeah, no, that's surprising with the caffeine though. That's very surprising. We have no carriers. They are building the pathways though. Harper died of old age. We're losing people. Noah is injured. No. Zachary is irradiated. No. Oh God. Nope. I don't even drink tea. I don't mind iced tea. Uh, the juice every once in a while. Um, the energy drinks like Red Bull or Monster Energy. I don't drink that stuff. The Monster Energy, I'll buy a can maybe once a year, just to see what it tastes. Just to remind you of the taste. Okay. Hell yeah, man. Body's a temple. The way you treat it is the way it treats you. It's just like, yeah, no, dude, hell yeah. It's just like, hell yeah. No, dude, that's awesome. That's some aspiration and shit. Is it yeah, I think it's aspiration. But yeah, no, it's just like, hell yeah, dude. No, it's just like, no, you're a pretty awesome dude, man. It's just like it's really cool hanging out with you and talking with you and stuff like that. I really appreciate your support and coming and hanging out with me and kind of being my friend and shit. It's just like you're awesome, man. I turned 29 in like 3 weeks. Oh damn, 3 weeks, huh? Is it gonna land on the weekend? Just curious. This one's getting built. Hell yeah. That's what we like to see. We still don't have any carriers. No free carriers. There's a lot of construction projects going on. I think I'll leave it alone for now. Unfortunately, my birthday is April 2nd. Is on a Wednesday, and I'll probably be working that day. Damn, no, I've had to work on my birthday too. There's just like quite a few birthdays I've had to work. And funny thing is majority of my birthdays through my 20s was during harvest time. So, and I worked night shift, so I had to sleep throughout my entire birthday. And then the entire night of my birthday, I would be working. It was just like, yeah, so it was just like, shit, man. And I couldn't get drunk on my birthday because I had to go to work. It's just like, fuck, couldn't party. Erica died of old age. Oh. But yeah, working out in the fields and stuff, working outside's really nice. Even doing the auction that I do, it's pretty nice. I get to do a little bit of mechanicking. I get to mess around with cars all day and all kinds of different stuff. It's just like, yeah, it's awesome. And I run a crew of like 12 people. Construction on improved tenant is finished. Specialist ready for action. They finally ready to come back home, huh? Well, we'll wait. 0 occupants. I'll demolish it then. So we'll demolish this one too. Nobody seems to be living in the tents except for this one that was out front, so. No one's living in this one either. So luckily people have been moving out of these so I can start getting rid of them. And eventually we can get rid of the travel trailers. Okay, hold on a second here. Alright, Farface, have you ever auctioned off RVs or snowmobiles? Yes, all the time. All the time. This auction that is coming up, I am hoping to get a 3-wheeler and a Argo as well. Oh, okay. That'd be pretty nice. Fuck yeah. Yeah, and yeah, RVs, ATVs, side by side, snowmobiles, tractors, old police cars, old ambulances, um, off-road vehicles, like damn near we have sold race cars before and shit too. Boats, all kinds of different equipment, semis, trailers, just about anything that's on wheels that you could think of, we've auctioned it off. We'll wait. We'll wait. We're stacking up a lot of shit right now. Oh. But hell yeah. Oh. Isn't an Argo because now that I think about it, I'm just So an Argo, is that like an alligator, like a gator, where it's like a little like side by side with a little dump bed? Are you talking about like one of those like a UTV or what, or an Argo? So maybe explain a little bit. But a three wheeler is pretty cool. Like, are you looking for like a road three wheeler or like an off road three wheeler, like the '80s style? Because like it really depends on like what kind of auction you're going to. Because three wheelers, um, they haven't really made them since the '80s and '90s. At least like in America and different stuff. You guys might have some different stuff up there. But I'm also not the biggest bike nut either. Like the biggest bike I've ever ridden was like a 125. I want to get myself I want to get myself a 250. Next year I want to get like a KO 250, just like cheap, like just cheap dirt bike. Crowded tent complete. Hell yeah. Game saved. Hell yeah. Perfect time. Hopefully we don't crash. Return to colony. They have concrete again. Trade. Sure, we'll take your metal. We'll definitely take all those parts off your hands. And we'll take that concrete. And screw it, we'll just pay for it. And Rackham, we'll take those components from you, buddy. And I'm good on the metal, so we'll just purchase those from you. Thank you, and we will see you soon, my good sir. Okay. All right. Oh no, the Argo can float and drive in water. It's almost like an ATV, but an Argo is much slower and has more wheels. Oh, okay. All right, all right. I think I understand what you're talking about. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. Which I could imagine during the summer months and stuff like that, that a lot of your ground up there is pretty fucking soft. So having something like that would be really nice to like go around like outdoors and shit. When it starts to de-thaw and shit. No. Damn it. Rah, 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 rah. It did so good for... Back to the game again. Alright. Alright, skip the intro. Let's get back to the game. Let's see how far off the save was. Day 385. We're almost at day 400 for this city, for this little town. But no, a fucking boat / ATV would sound pretty fucking cool. Like a 6-wheel drive, kind of like buggy on wheels, little steering wheel. Hell yeah. Roads help colonists move faster. Yes, they do. Magnetic storm. Thank you for reminding me. All right, so return to colony. Then we'll just go down here. Oh wait, we didn't check on the other guys. Hopefully we don't end up crashing because we keep loading in and out, in and out. Okay. So these guys are almost to their location. Okay. Oh, the Argo can go through swampy terrain to like mud, while an ATV would get stuck and go nowhere. Yeah. Oh yeah. Our terrain up here is a lot of swamp and marshland. Rocky too. Yeah. An Argo could go through snow pretty much every terrain. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that I have a pretty good picture of what you're talking about without having to actually look it up. And yeah, no, if it's what I'm thinking it is, it's just like, yeah, no, those things can go fucking anywhere, dude. The U.S. Military and the Canadian military used those in like World War II and shit like that. Like the first iterations of them. But yeah, all right. So now let's go ahead and get stuff moving again. We're lacking resources. Resources, you'll say. New trade deals are available. Yes, they are. So, now that everything's moving, let's go ahead and we'll try to get ourselves a trade moving. Alright. Little anvil. Alright. Come here, my nearest neighbor. My nearest and dearest. You know, you want me to buy your metal, I'll buy your metal just because you're my buddy. Like I said, us neighbors in the apocalypse have to watch out for each other, you know. Alright. Continue. We'll just purchase that from you. Back. Rackham. Trade. I'll take your components. Thank you. We'll purchase those. Back out of that. Back out of that. Alright. That house is getting built. Hell yeah. We're liking that. Things are slowly being built. Negative 230. Has that storm hit yet? 22 hours. Oh, because all the solar panels are down right now. Fuck. Now it's down to 0. Okay. Trade has arrived. We got more parts. He's working on the second story. Damn, they're going to town. Game saved. The roof is slowly growing. It's Amorphous' house. The roll-on roof. Whoop. Wandering merchant. Been a while since we've seen you. Fuck. Tokyo drifting that shit.
A van's parked outside.
A wandering merchant parks his van outside the gate. A man dressed in eccentric clothing steps out and opens the back, revealing a small collection of goods. No need to be alarmed. I'm here for business, he reassures the colony. How about some bartering? Okay, accept 1 wheat seed for 18 fish. Or accept whatever seed this is. I think that almost looks like a peanut. But it's just like, it could also just be fucking, what do you call it? Yeah, here, I'll give you the intelligence. I'll take the seed. Thank you kindly. I'll make sure to visit again with new goods. Until next time, the trader calls. He packs up, whistling happily as he drives away. Two-story house is finished. All right. Damn it, it don't fit. Okay. And Lieutenant. All right. Sorry about the heavy breathing. I just realized. Sorry. Oh, God. I apologize. All right. Okay. Well, Farface, I'm going to say goodnight to you. I'm going to hit the hay. See you next stream, buddy. All right. See you later, bud. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye. Game saved. Hell yeah. Soybeans. Wheat. Whenever someone gets over here. Lots of people working. No free workers though. Alright, so they've gotten to their locations.
What's up? On it. Yes? Not going to happen.
Okay. One more time, it might crash us, but hopefully not. Three survivors. We can't take any more survivors at the moment. I think we have to get under 350. Hopefully with some of the upgrades we're doing, we'll increase birth rates. Prepared for anything. Interesting. We just got a trophy. Hell yeah. Okay, so we're going to end up raiding out to Ruffio, and they are playing Headliners. The Headliners. Looks like an interesting game. So we're going to raid over to them, show them some love, stuff like that. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for the support, and we will come back to Rebel Furland. We're going to hit a save, and we're going to hit that raid. We will see you guys maybe sometime this week. If not, we will see you this weekend, guys. You're absolutely amazing, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.